Hi, I'm Peter Hills, Chief Education Officer in Falcon School District 49, and I'd like to take a few minutes to illustrate our district's strategic plan. We've been working with a consultancy called the Flippin Group, and they've helped us understand that as a district, we really need to focus on the big rocks. Well, what are the big rocks? It's a metaphor that we have adapted from a guy named Stephen Covey, who wrote that we should focus on first things first. And he used this simple illustration to explain that if you start out by filling your life, or in this case, your district, with the more granular, detailed kinds of day-to-day things, and then you come along afterward and you pour in a bunch of programs, which are important, the sequence in which you do things could lead to this circumstance, where some of your really important big rocks don't really fit in at all. But Covey observed that if you do the opposite, if you start with the big rocks and get those loaded in first, strategically, then all the big rocks are in place. You can come along and add in your programs. You can put in the day-to-day things that operationalize the big rocks, and you still are able to come along and add all of the daily appointments and bus schedules, emails, telephone conversations, all of the things that make the district go will still fit in just fine. So we have fully embraced this metaphor of the big rocks, and we have used it as a way to organize the district's strategic initiatives over the next 3 to 5 years. And we're calling those initiatives our 5 Big Rocks. So, in District 49, we have adopted the metaphor of the big rocks to identify these 5 major initiatives that are going to be our focus over the next 3 to 5 years. And the first, most fundamental, is reestablishing the district as a trustworthy recipient of taxpayer investment. We genuinely believe in you, our community, and we want to do the right thing, to do our business in a way that is efficient, and to keep our word. We don't want you to trust us just because we're asking you. We want to demonstrate that this district is a trustworthy recipient of taxpayer investment. So that is our first, most fundamental big rock. The second big rock is that we want to deeply engage with the community that hosts our district. What we mean by engagement is that we want to get out of our offices and out of our schools and get out into the community. We want to connect with community agencies, we want to connect with nonprofit groups, and we also want to connect with whatever organizations are present in our community. We also want the members of our community to be present in our schools, in our programs, to participate with us and to partner with us to advance education, because we see community engagement as a two-way street. We have a lot to offer. We have professionals, we have facilities, we have insights, but the community has a lot to offer back, and that is why we want to fully engage with our community. Another reason it's so important that we engage with our community is our third big rock, which is that we aspire to be the best district to learn, work, and lead. And all 3 of those are critical. If we're the best district to learn, that means we have lots of options for different kinds of students, and students will be able to choose their educational pathway in District 49. If we're the best place to work, it means that we will attract excellent staff members, talented teachers, and great administrators, and we'll do that in part because we have such a great, engaged community. And finally, we want to be the best district to lead so that we attract aspiring principals and retain veteran administrators who together bring their skills and their experience and bring out the best in District 49. So if we truly are the best district to learn, work, and lead, then that means that we're going to attract the best, and if we have the best, that'll make us an outstanding school district. So when we have the best people learning, working, and leading together, that is going to enable us to create a rock-solid portfolio of distinct and exceptional schools. These won't just be a bunch of different schools, but different, high-quality, exceptional schools. They'll both be different from each other and superior to some of the other options that our students might choose. This robust portfolio of excellent schools will attract great leaders and inspire great learners. And finally, in this excellent school district with these exceptional schools, we want to customize and personalize educational experiences to launch every student to unprecedented levels of success. Of course, we know that success looks different with different learners and different leaders. So we want to customize the educational experience within our robust portfolio of schools in this best district to learn, work, and lead in a community that is fully engaged with all of our schools. By doing all of these things and customizing learning for every student, we will earn back the trust that we may have lost and build to even greater levels of trust in the future. So, this is our commitment. These are the 5 big rocks that we want to use as a foundation of excellence. And if you'll work with us, we can build this future together. But you know, by themselves, these big rocks are like big ideas. They need something more, something to operationalize them. And that is where the programs and the schools and the initiatives and innovations come in. So, when we say to you that we want to build trust, that means that we need to come to you with a specific plan, and we need to submit that plan for voter approval. And when we say to you that we want to engage with our community, then that means that we need to go to our PTA meetings and be present with the DAC and connect with the Falcon Educational Foundation and the Watchdogs, and that is how we're going to engage in an operational way. And when we say that we want to be the best district to learn and the best district to work and the best district to lead, then that means that we have to have intentional leadership academies and we have to have professional development and support for students that's targeted and brings out their best. And so when we say that we want to have a robust portfolio, that means that we need to authorize great charter schools, and we need to fund incredible academies, and we need to do technology projects. We need to make sure that our schools are great choices for students who may have other options. And when we have this amazing portfolio of schools, that is going to allow us to personalize and customize individual education programs for every student so that we can launch them to success, no matter what that success looks like. So when we put these all together, the big rocks and with all the supporting programs, we can add this layer of granular detail of day-to-day activity. You know, by itself, this might seem trivial. But when we add it into the big rocks and the other programs, we can put all of these day-to-day activities together. And what ends up happening is that this granular detail, along with the programs and schools and the big rocks, binds together into this rock-solid, stable district. That is the excellent district that is our vision. And if you will join with us, we will make this vision of the big rocks and everything that holds them together come to life in District 49.